According to TopWar.ru, in the context of the Ukrainian defense line in Donetsk being gradually eaten by the Russian side, it is difficult for 30,000 troops in Kiev to come to the rescue. In the rest of the Donbass controlled by the Ukrainian side, Russian forces are continuing the offensive momentum. The Russian army, along with the militia units of the Donetsk People's Republic, DPR, and the self-proclaimed Luhansk, LPR, are engaged in the war at the same time in many directions. A few hours ago, they took full control of Novobakhmutivka, about 50 kilometers north of Donetsk. This means that the Ukrainian group of troops defending Avdiivka is stuck between two groups of Russian troops and will most likely be surrounded and destroyed. It is known that Russian strike forces operating in pairs are actively attacking Ukrainian resistance positions in Avdiivka. It is known that the strategy of the Su-25s is to first circle around the target, open fire and launch decoys to expose the enemy's manpads, portable anti-aircraft missile, position before the second attack. Unmanned aerial vehicles, UAV/drone, are currently being actively used in reconnaissance, helping to detect enemy movements. Besides airstrikes, Ukrainian forces at the Avdiivka-Krasnohorivka defense line are also buckling under Russian artillery fire from many directions, including the city of Donetsk and Novobakhmutivka. Knowing in advance of such methodical attacks, the Ukrainian army group in Avdiivka is trying to disperse into many small groups to withdraw. Several groups were captured alive by Russian gunmen. TopWar.ru newspaper assessed that since February 24, the beginning of the Russian military operation in Ukraine, the Ukrainian army group in the direction of Avdiivka-Krasnohorivka, about 11,000 people, has lost about 4 to 5 times more manpower than the cooking pot of Ilovaisk. It is known that during the entire military operation in Ilovaisk in 2014, the Ukrainian side confirmed the loss of nearly 1,000 fighters, 30,000 Ukrainian troops in Kiev before the turn of death. The rapid withdrawal of Russian troops from northern Ukraine, specifically positions in Kiev and Chernihiv, exists some mistakes, such as the failure to fully account for the possible provocations of the opponent, namely the incident in Bucha. It can be asserted, however, that in the early stages of the military campaign, the presence of Russian troops in the north, northwest and northeast of Kiev left some 30,000 Ukrainian troops trapped in the capital, unable to support their forces in Donbass or even Kharkiv. Russian military actions in this direction also took a heavy toll on Kiev. An estimated one-third of Ukraine's manpower was disabled. Although Russian forces have also suffered losses, which is acknowledged by the Russian Defense Ministry itself. Currently, the Ukrainian army is facing a difficult choice between continuing to maintain the aforementioned group near Kiev and Chernihiv, or maneuver them eastward, to the Donbass, and accept that it is very likely that the Russians will once again enter from the north. At the same time, it is an obvious fact that in the Kiev region there are thousands of fighters, not regular forces, but hotheads who are not ready to give up their weapons. It seems that Ukrainian forces in Kiev have little choice but to stand still. If they take a step east, this is clearly a death turn.